Okay guys, I need to talk about something. Most listening English tests on the internet are sample conversations that don't even sound like how us native speakers actually talk in real life. Like at all. If you're listening to English spoken like this, hello, my name is Cherie and I am a language coach. It's not going to help you. Sorry. That's why today I'm giving you a listening test that is actually authentic because I'm using real world content, clips from real life. It actually sounds like how a native speaker talks because it is native speakers speaking, just naturally. We've got a speech here, a clip from a show, and a clip from a movie as well. Let's test you in the way that will actually help. Here's how I'll be testing you today. There are 3 parts to this test with 3 different clips. For each clip, I will play it once without subtitles because this is not a reading test, this is a listening test. You have to use your ears. Then I will ask you a few questions after the clip to see how well your comprehension was, how well you listened. After that, I will teach you a few tips on how to understand the clip better. And then I'll replay it again so that you can review it. Then I will move on to the next round, the next clip of the test. That's how we're gonna do things today. I'm going to start with the most simple clip and then we will gradually move on to some harder ones. So let's get started and see how well you do. In this first clip, I want you to pay attention to what this guy is telling the girl about how he feels about Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's the only hint I'm giving you, so let's take a listen.
Why do you hate heart-shaped candy?
I think because it reminds me that this is Valentine's Day and I'm recently single. We weren't on the same page. It's okay. It's over.
Nothing to be done?
No, I've seen the enemy and the enemy is me.
Well, you could go for the stewardess. She seems to like you.
I think she likes everybody. That's her job.
This clip is actually one of my favorites from a movie called Valentine's Day, which is why I added it into this video. It's so good and perfect for listening because it shows a basic conversation between 2 people. Question 1. Why does the guy in the clip hate heart-shaped candy? This might be a little bit difficult, but the answer is because he is recently single. So that means he got out of a relationship pretty recently. If we go over to FluentU, we can see that single used in this context means lacking a spouse or romantic partner. Because this guy isn't in a relationship, he's not really a fan of Valentine's Day. He doesn't like it very much. And, you know, heart-shaped candy. He doesn't like that either. Question 2. What did the guy in the clip say was the reason his last relationship didn't work out? The correct answer is that they weren't on the same page. When 2 people are on the same page, it means that they are thinking in a similar way. For example, say that you and your boyfriend or girlfriend just finished studying all day at the library and you want to go eat dinner with them. And then suddenly, as you're thinking that thought, they're like, hey, we should go get dinner together. You 2 were on the same page because you were thinking in a similar way that you both want to eat dinner. Question 3. Who does the girl in the clip say seems to like the guy? There's a certain character that she's like, she likes you. Who is it? The correct answer is indeed the stewardess, which is a female flight attendant, someone who serves others on a flight. Before we move on to the next round, I want to share with you an advanced listening tip to help you guys out. So us native English speakers, we really like to link words together when we speak. We don't talk like this, do we? No. We talk like this. See how I'm kind of linking the words together? One example of how English speakers link words together is by dropping the T when it comes at the end of a word. For example, see how the word weren't is used in this example.
I'm recently single. We weren't on the same page. It's okay.
He doesn't say we weren't on the same page. He says we weren't on the same page. I think this is one of the main reasons why a lot of non-native English speakers struggle so much with their listening. They're just not exposed enough to how English is used in real life. This is personally why I recommend FluentU to all of my students and non-native friends, because FluentU is doing exactly what I'm using to test your knowledge in this video. It teaches you English through real-world content. It takes bite-sized clips like the one that I just used and it turns it into an English lesson. I've been using FluentU personally to study Korean and my comprehension skills have gotten so much better since then. Like, my main focus on FluentU has been vocabulary since I'm kind of bad at memorizing vocabulary, but just without even focusing on my comprehension, it's gone up with FluentU, just naturally. Because I want to give you more than a test to help you with your English listening skills, I have a free trial of FluentU for you guys in the description below. Go check it out. I think it will really help you. Now let's listen to this clip from Valentine's Day one more time before we move on. Again, try to notice the linking words.
Why do you hate heart-shaped candy?
I think because it reminds me that this is Valentine's Day and I'm recently single. We weren't on the same page. It's okay. It's over.
Nothing to be done?
No, I've seen the enemy and the enemy is me.
Well, you could go for the stewardess. She seems to like you.
I think she likes everybody. That's her job.
Alright guys, this next clip is a little bit harder and a little longer than the previous one, but I still believe you can do it. Try to listen for the topic of the clip. This is from The Ellen Show.
Here's why I'm glad you took the day off, because a survey came out that said that half of Americans don't take a single vacation day last year at all. No one took one. Can you believe that? Why is it so crowded at the airport every time I'm there? I don't understand. I don't know why people wouldn't use their vacation days. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my job. I love coming to work. I love all of you. I love talking to celebrities. I love giving away those big checks and changing people's lives. I love spreading joy and kindness, but not as much as I love a vacation day.
Okay, let's get straight into the questions. For question number 1, what is Ellen's main point that she's arguing in the clip? The correct answer is that people should take more vacation days. When you get a job in America, usually you have a certain amount of vacation days that you take off work each year. You can take off work and stay at home or go on a trip, like that. I personally like to go on trips with vacation days, but that's just me. This takes us to question number 2. How many Americans did Ellen say don't take a single vacation day? The correct answer is half, 50%. Something that can help you capture these pieces of information is by listening to what the speaker is emphasizing when they talk. What's emphasized is usually the most important part of the sentence, or it's usually the most important topic of what's being talked about. Ellen does this when she says half of Americans don't take a vacation day. She's emphasizing the 50%. Let's listen real quick.
Here's why I'm glad you took the day off, because a survey came out that said that half of Americans don't take a single vacation day last year at all. No one took one.
So if you're trying to catch the main point of what's being talked about, listen for those stressed and emphasized words. The final question I have for you in this round is true or false? Ellen loves her job more than vacation days. Is that true or false? Yes, the correct answer is false. Let's take a listen.
I don't know why people wouldn't use their vacation days. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my job. I love coming to work. I love all of you. I love talking to celebrities. I love giving away those big checks and changing people's lives. I love spreading joy and kindness, but not as much as I love a vacation day.
She says she loves her job, but not as much as she loves vacation days. If you look up as much as on FluentU, you can see that it means to the same degree. If we negate that and say not as much as, it means it's not at the same degree. Ellen loves her job, but not at the same degree as she loves vacation days. Let's listen to this clip one more time so you guys can practice this tip with emphasized words and stressed words. And while you're at it, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it so far.
Here's why I'm glad you took the day off, because a survey came out that said that half of Americans don't take a single vacation day last year at all. No one took one. Can you believe that? Why is it so crowded at the airport every time I'm there? I don't understand. I don't know why people wouldn't use their vacation days. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my job. I love coming to work. I love all of you. I love talking to celebrities. I love giving away those big checks and changing people's lives. I love spreading joy and kindness, but not as much as I love a vacation day.
For this next round, I want you guys to focus on the stress of the words and what's being talked about in this clip. This is a TED Talk about happiness.
I used to think the whole purpose of life was pursuing happiness. Everyone said the path to happiness was success, so I searched for that ideal job, that perfect boyfriend, that beautiful apartment. But instead of ever feeling fulfilled, I felt anxious and adrift. And I wasn't alone. My friends, they struggled with this too. Eventually, I decided to go to graduate school for positive psychology to learn what truly makes people happy. But what I discovered there changed my life.
The girl giving this TED Talk has a way of speaking where she will speed up some of her sentences and be quick and then pause when she gets to certain points. It's really interesting. All right. Our first question to this is, listen carefully. According to the girl in the TED Talk, what did everyone say the path to happiness was? The correct answer is success. Because everybody has said this, that's why she tried to find a great job, a perfect boyfriend, and a beautiful apartment. Do you guys know what success means? For those of you who don't know, success is the achievement of something desired. Question number 2 is kind of a continuation of that. So she tried to do all of these things to be successful and feel fulfilled, right? But instead of feeling fulfilled, what did the girl in the TED Talk say she felt? Yes, the correct answer is anxious and adrift. And she actually emphasized it when she said it. Did you catch that? Let's listen.
But instead of ever feeling fulfilled, I felt anxious and adrift.
Do you hear that stress, that emphasis? That's what you want to look for when you're listening to English and you want to understand what's really important. You want to catch it. That emphasis is where you'll find it. And just so you know, the meaning of adrift is floating without being tethered or steered. So when you say you felt or feel adrift, that's what it means. Final question. Why did she end up going to graduate school? She went because she wanted to find out what makes people happy. Another listening tip for you guys. When somebody pauses for a second or two before finishing their sentence, that usually means what they're about to say is important. It's like a point that they're trying to make. This is what the speaker does in this sentence.
Eventually, I decided to go to graduate school for positive psychology to learn what truly makes people happy.
She pauses right after learn to say what truly makes people happy. It was the main point of what she was trying to say, her main focus. Now, let's listen to the whole thing one more time, and I want you to apply all the tips that I went over so far in this video. Linking, stress and emphasis, and those pauses before something important. Let's play the clip.
I used to think the whole purpose of life was pursuing happiness. Everyone said the path to happiness was success. So I searched for that ideal job, that perfect boyfriend, that beautiful apartment. But instead of ever feeling fulfilled, I felt anxious and adrift. And I wasn't alone. My friends, they struggled with this too. Eventually, I decided to go to graduate school for positive psychology to learn what truly makes people happy. But what I discovered there changed my life.
Let me know how you guys did on this listening test by commenting below your score out of 9. And also let me know what type of test you want next. If you want to review everything that I went over in this video and to get the links to the video clips that I also showed in this video, I have a free PDF for you guys in the description below. Now, I have the perfect video for you guys next for part 2 of this lesson. My friend Fallon talks about how to understand comedy in English. It's such a helpful video and will really help you understand those jokes that happen a lot in English media.